Twitter's board accepted the offer today. Musk has made it clear repeatedly he does not agree with all of Twitter's previous bans on users for posting content that might be considered hateful or used to incite violence. In announcing the deal, Musk wrote today, "Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated."
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me. So you might hear a little thunder and raining in the background. It's pouring down here in the south. I don't know how y'all do it up north. You know what they say, it never rains in Southern California. I don't know what that means. Anyway, Elon Musk got Twitter. And it's raining. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But I do know that leftists on Twitter are melting down. They all in their feelings right now.
In case you're not aware of who this man is and who he is not, as we're all talking about whether or not he's going to have a hostile takeover of Twitter. So first of all, Elon Musk is not an engineer. He's not trained in any of the things that his company makes. And in fact, a lot of the technology that his company created was created before he bought that company.
Because he took over their platform. That's their platform. These a liberal platform. You can't take nothing from a liberal. Come on now. These are the people who let you play with their ball, and then when you don't pick them, they take their ball and go home. You think they want to share Twitter, a so-called safe place that was once safe for them, but now it's not safe because a person who is not as left as them has it now? How you think they're going to react? We already know they're crazy, they're melting down, but what will happen next?
On the free speech issue today, Elon Musk tweeted, quote, "I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter because that is what free speech means." Elizabeth, is it fair to assume that Musk is going to try and shed all constraints on legal free speech on Twitter?
Your caricatures, all of you, without your masks. Your caricatures.
I mean, he said that. He said basically Twitter should follow the letter, social platforms he thinks should follow the letter of the law on free speech in the U.S., which we all know is the First Amendment, which basically allows huge latitude for free speech, short of direct calls for violence.
Would Twitter still be the most famous place for them to have their little jerk-off sessions? Or will they find some other place to go?
So he's said that, and I just got off listening in on a town hall on Twitter within Twitter's employees they're talking about it literally right now at Twitter. And what the employees themselves are extremely worried that he's going to strip the company of the safeguards and protections against misinformation and hate speech that the company has worked to build over the last 5 or so years. People who work there are really, really worried about that, and some are even tweeting crying emojis right now.
How would leftists handle this situation? Now, this is the way I see it. I don't think they will form their own platform and go somewhere else and circle jerk themselves in their own little space. No, because they're not like that. They want attention. So they're not going to go somewhere secluded and be by themselves and have their own little gathering. No, they're not going to leave Twitter. They're not going to leave Twitter. They can't. This is where they can get the most attention at. You would think that they would take up their views and move to another platform, but no, they're too too busy being popular in front of all other people. You get what I'm saying? There, see, most of the leftists are not popular by themselves. These are the type of people who buy pets and shit like that and teach them all types of tricks because they are not interested in people themselves. The dog is. You get what I'm saying? See, these people are not interested in people themselves. Twitter is. So they're not going to leave Twitter and go to another platform. They can't because nobody will want to follow them wherever the hell they go. So they need to stick around on Twitter in order to continue crying and whining to the rest of the world.
Questions that was asked at the town hall, though, was it seems like there's not, when he takes the company private, there might not be a board of directors. So people were actually asking today, what kind of accountability will there be on Musk if he wants to reinstate Trump's account, for example, or allow images of ISIS beheadings? I mean, there's been terrible things online that tech companies, even though they have a long way to go, have worked really hard to get rid of. I think there's been some reporting today that advertisers themselves, I mean, think about it. If you are a big advertiser of toothpaste, do you want your ads, or Pepsi, do you want your ad showing up next to a child being raped or an ISIS beheading? These are horrible things. I think
so that's something y'all could think about. They're not going to leave because they're too busy bitching and crying in front of us. Remember, half of us are their bread and meat. You get me? The stupid, the ignorant. You get what I'm saying? The people who follow they dumb ass. You get what I'm saying? These are the bread and meat. But see, things are about to change. See, if they was anybody from the right or anybody with a type of heart and wasn't cowards, they would just leave, go do their own thing. But they're not. You get me? They're not, because they need Twitter. You get me? And they need us to look at them.
One of the biggest mistakes people generally make, and I'm guilty of it too, is wishful thinking. You know, like you want something to be true, even if it isn't true, and so you ignore the things that you ignore the real truth because of what you want to be true. This is a very difficult trap to avoid.
I look forward to jumping on Twitter and being able to talk shit to people the right way. You get me? I look forward to that. You get me? Because I've been kicked off of Twitter before a couple of times. I had to make a couple of accounts and shit like that. I don't like that shit. Why? Because some leftist flagged my video or said something about hate speech or some bullshit like that. You get me? I can't wait till somebody buy all the rest of these platforms like Facebook and all the rest of them. Anyway, I'm glad we've taken a step forward in the direction of free speech, because I got a lot of speech I want to give to people for free.
Are really, really worried about that, and some are even tweeting crying emojis right now.
Anyway, bye.